How are we feeling tonight? Are we ready to chomp the oligarchy?
Hey everyone, my name is Jack Petos. I am the Senior Director of Communications at Gen Z for Change.
And my name is Cameron. I organize with the 40s Justice Coalition as Executive Director.
And we are both lifelong Floridians, organizers raised right here in the South. And let me tell you something, we are no strangers to intimidation. But guess what? Our team stands on business! And tonight, we are beyond honored to stand with the Florida for Us slate, Oliver Larkin in Florida 25. Give it up. Elijah Manley in Florida 20. And Angie Nixon for the U.S. Senate.
We're doing this because this state does not belong to the billionaires who vacation here. It does not belong to the mega donors, the consultants, or the corporations squeezing out every damn dollar out of us. Florida belongs to us. The working people that run this state.
The Florida for Us slate is going to build a Florida that is accountable to working people, not the oligarchy sitting comfortable while our generation can't afford rent, we can't afford healthcare, we can't afford to imagine a future in this state that we love.
And guess what? Across this country, we are winning. And we're winning big. The tide is turning. Every single place the billionaire class has tried to buy an election or tried to scare people out of showing up in the first place, we showed up anyway. Hell yeah. We showed up en masse and propelled fighters for the working class to upset victories across the United States.
This week, we exposed exactly what they're afraid of. Defeat. Right-wing agitators, and yes, even some so-called Democrats who'd rather boo! Boo! Michael Gottlieb, I'm talking to you! Boo! Who'd rather protect their donor class rather than their constituents, try to deplatform us, try to kill this event before it even happened.
That's right. Not one, but two venues caved to a coordinated harassment campaign spreading lies about us as organizers, bad faith accusations about the values of this community, and downright bigotry.
Speak on it.
No one has faced more bigotry than Representative Rashida Tlaib.
Period.
And she's here supporting our Florida for Us slate. And for all the journalists here, I want them to know, who here is standing with Representative Tlaib?
We're still out here because you cannot deplatform people power! You can cancel a venue, but you cannot cancel us! You cannot cancel a movement! Every single one of you here today is showing those who thought their hate and intimidation would win that we are a hell of a force to be reckoned with.
Because they thought if they made this hard enough, ugly enough, scary enough, expensive enough, that we'd fold. But look around. Do we look scared to you?
Hell no!
I didn't jump.
Listen, together we are going to win on Tuesday. We are going to send Oliver Larkin, Elijah Manley, and Angie Nixon to the U.S. Congress!
But that's not all we're gonna win. We're gonna win Medicare for all. We're gonna win a living wage. We're gonna win an arms embargo. And we're gonna win policies that actually serve working people of this state.
That's right. And you know what we're gonna beat? We're gonna beat the billionaire class. We are going to beat the consultants who told them we never show up today. We are going to beat everybody who thought they could bully, buy, or bigotry their way out of this fight.
It's game on. And we're gonna win this thing on Tuesday.
So let's make some noise, South Florida!
It's time to welcome some of our amazing speakers that have traveled here, from here locally, from all across the country, to be in solidarity with us. And let's start with someone really, really special, coming in all the way from St. Petersburg. Let's make some noise for Council Member Richie Floyd. Maybe he doesn't need an introduction.
Richie!
Well, then y'all probably already know. He is the first Democratic Socialist elected to office in Florida in over a century, and he's a trailblazing leader.
DSA!
DSA! DSA! DSA! DSA! DSA!
That feels good. Yes, so I'm Richie Floyd. I was elected in 2021 to City Council in St. Petersburg. The first, excuse me, it's been a long day, I've been working. The first openly socialist elected official in Florida in over 100 years. I'm a lifelong Floridian. I grew up in the Florida Panhandle. I didn't know about socialism until I grew up. I didn't care about politics at all until around 2015 when one of my friends showed me a video. He said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this guy, Bernie Sanders?" I watched one video where he said, "Abilities are not as limited as they say they are, because we are not a conservative state. Millions of working class people do not have a decent choice in this state, because let's be clear, it was the leadership of both parties that didn't want this to happen tonight." They didn't want this to happen because there's never been a crowd like this in modern Florida politics. And that's because there's never been a set of candidates in modern Florida politics like Elijah, Oliver, and Angie. They represent the start of a movement that will inspire the next generation of young people to get involved in Florida politics, just like Bernie Sanders inspired me to get involved. They represent the working class that's been abandoned by the Democratic Party and shit on by the Republican Party for far too long. And with all of our help, they can and will win on Tuesday. So sign up to Canvass, do a volunteer shift this weekend, make sure you go out and vote, and do everything you can to make sure that we get these great working class candidates across the finish line. Thank you.
One more time for Councilmember Floyd! Next, we are going to hear a video message from someone who has direct experience with the same kind of sick intimidation campaign we're seeing being levied against this event this week. Please direct your attention to the screens to hear from your next Congresswoman from Colorado's 1st Congressional District, Mila Quiroz!
Hey friends, it's Manley, the Democratic nominee for Colorado's 1st District. In June, we defeated a 30-year incumbent with a massive people-powered campaign. Although the Democratic establishment, AIPAC, and the billionaire class have institutional power and money, we have the people. And the people have won huge progressive victories across the country, from right here in Colorado to New York to Michigan. Now the momentum is heading to Florida, where we have the incredible opportunity to elect progressive champions to represent the working class in the Sunshine State and CHOMP the oligarchy. It's time to lock in and do everything you can to propel Oliver Larkin, Elijah Manley, and Angie Nixon to victory on Tuesday. Knock every door, hit the dial, contribute what you can, make sure your friends and family have a plan to vote. Let's go win this thing, Florida. We're cheering you on from here in Denver. You got this.
And you know what, folks? She filmed that before she knew we got canceled 2 times, so I think it would have been a little more fiery if she had done it after. But listen, it's time to introduce our next guest, who's someone that you might not know their name per se, but you definitely know their work. Because AIPAC and corporate interests are spending millions of dollars, that's right, to take down progressive insurgents, including the ones we're supporting here today, and also across the country. But also they're losing miserably, might I add. But in large part, due to the work of Track AIPAC, which calls out their attempts. Okay, get some money. Give us grace. We set this up in 12 hours! Where was I? Yeah. Due to the work of Track AIPAC, which calls out the attempts to sway our elections with big checks, we want you to give it up for the co-founder of Track AIPAC, Corey Archibald.
What's up, Florida? I am so proud to be standing here tonight with so many of our candidates and with all of you. They tried to shut us down. Did they shut us down? No, they did not shut us down. Now, I know a little bit about coordinated harassment campaigns because both me and my co-founder Casey have been targeted by AIPAC and their allies, and yes, that does include Jigsaw. But they did not stop Track AIPAC, and they will not stop you. A few weeks ago, my co-founder Casey and I were in D.C. We were meeting members of Congress, and we met with one congressman in particular who told us, and I quote, AIPAC is cooked. Now, this is not a member that Track AIPAC has endorsed, but they are working real hard to get on our good side because they do not like those red graphics. And what's happening in D.C. right now, what's happening here in South Florida, is that they are feeling the pressure. So let me ask you this. You think we can crank up that pressure on Tuesday? Because if they're feeling it now, right now, folks, just imagine how much more they're going to feel it when we send Congressman Oliver Larkin, Congressman Elijah Manley, Congressman Bernard Taylor. Bernard's here with us tonight, too. Don't forget about him. I saw you, Bernard. And Senator Angie Nixon to Washington. Let's do this. AIPAC is used to getting their way in Florida, y'all. They think these seats belong to them, but AIPAC just set $30 million on fire in Michigan, and it did not work. We are not, the tide has turned. I heard that earlier. The tide has, in fact, turned. We are not going to keep sending billions of dollars, and I don't even know how many bombs, over to Israel to keep blowing up hospitals and schools and family homes. No, we are going to take that money and we are going to build schools and hospitals and affordable housing right here in Florida. Say it with me, y'all. The AIPAC era is over. But don't you dare get complacent. Don't you dare get complacent, because moments like this are exactly when elections like this get lost. People get confident. They end up staying home. We are not going to let that happen here. Hell no. So I got 2 things I need from every single one of you. I need 1, make sure that you go vote. Don't forget to vote. It happens. You're an organizer, you're a volunteer, you forget to go vote yourself. Do not forget to vote. Second thing is you got to take 5 people to the polls with you. Every single person in here has got to take 5 people to the polls. And the last thing is you need to make sure everybody understands what's on the line on Tuesday. Don't take anything for granted, because the more we win, the harder they fight us, and we are winning a lot. So let's get out there and win this on Tuesday!
time for Corey? Thank you so much. Now, our next speaker represents one of the biggest growing powerhouses in our movement. And some of you know what that is. How many DSA heads do we have in the crowd? I am so excited to introduce Tomas Jimenez, representing Miami DSA and YDSA. Please welcome to the stage.
Friends, my name is Tomas. I am the electoral co-chair of Miami DSA, and I am the national leadership of the Young Democratic Socialist of America. I am here like many of you because we love our state. From the beautiful mangroves and the coral reefs that make Florida the home of so much beauty, to the working Floridians of diverse backgrounds that make this state possible. And it is that love that brings me here today, because for far too long I have watched the Floridian political establishment not simply abandon its people, but wage a full war on the working class of this state. Our immigrant communities that make the cultural fabric of our state are being hunted by ICE and held in inhumane detention centers. Working class Floridians that make these cities run are being driven out of our cities with soaring rents, low wages, and attacks on organized labor. Women and LGBT Floridians' bodily autonomy, like the right to have an abortion and the right to access to gender-affirming care, are being attacked all across this state. Our environment, the natural beauties that are, like the Everglades that have made this state world famous, are under attack by big sugar, big developers, and data centers. I have seen so many people lose hope because at every turn they have been left behind. The Democratic Party establishment has cowarded in the fight against Republicans or has cuddled with them and their billionaire special interests. That is the establishment represented by Jared Moskowitz, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Alex Vidman. That is who we're fighting against in this election. They are the representation of the cowardice and complicity that has devastated our state for so long. Now, I don't know about you, but I am ready for a different path. We know that what makes Florida the Sunshine State is its people, working class Floridians that have shined through so much adversity and that today are rallying all across this state to chart a new path forward for Florida. A path where working class people can be the protagonists and owners of our own communities, of our own economy, and of our own lives. That is why DSA is so proud to endorse a Democratic Socialist champion like Oliver Larkin. A lifelong community organizer and union organizer who's going to fight for Medicare for all, who's going to fight for a living wage, who's going to fight for universal health care, and who's going to fight to end the genocide in Gaza. We're also so proud to be allied with a coalition of strong progressive candidates who will fight for working families. Candidates like Elijah Manley, a son of Broward County, who survived homelessness and is running to make South Florida affordable for working people. Or candidates like Angie Nixon, who fought fearlessly for a ceasefire in Gaza while many Democrats stayed silent. Friends, the moment is now. The national spotlight is here today. And on August 18th, we're going to send a very clear message to Washington and across the country. Enough is enough. Florida is standing up. Florida is fighting back. Let's send Oliver Larkin, Nixon, and Manley to Congress. Thank you all. Join the Democratic Socialist of America. Be part of the movement. The time is now. Let's get it done.
DSA! 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 DSA!
DSA, I'd love to bring someone to the stage who might happen to be the first endorsed congressional candidate in the 2026 cycle by DSA. Woo! A longtime community organizer right here in Fort Lauderdale, Oliver Larkin is now running for Congress on a bold platform of Medicare for all, an arms embargo, a living wage, and taking bold steps to address the climate crisis. Everyone welcome the next Congressman of Florida 25, Oliver Larkin.
Let me hear you! What is up, everybody? It's so good to be here. Let's hear it again for all of the other amazing speakers. I'm so proud to be joining you. This sounds an awful lot like a win on Tuesday! What is up, everybody? My name is Oliver Larkin. I'm a Democratic Socialist running for the United States Congress in Florida's District 25. It is so meaningful to be here with you in the city where I grew up, with my family, with my friends, with all of you here. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for believing in Florida. Are we ready to show the rest of the country what Florida is made of? We are a state of working class people with working class aspirations. Are we ready for Medicare for all? Are we ready for universal child care? Are we ready for paid family and medical leave? Are we ready for a $25 an hour minimum wage? Are we ready for free college? Are we ready for a Green New Deal? Are we ready to end U.S. military aid to Israel and end this genocide? This is what is inspiring this movement, not just here in South Florida, but all across the country. A new generation of leadership is stepping forward. The Democratic Socialists of America are filling the leadership vacuum that the Democratic Party opened up for the working class. So we're gonna do it our damn selves. You know, I don't want to dwell too long on my opponent because he's not why we are here, but I do just want to say a few words about Jared Moskowitz because he is not given you all the opportunity to hear from him because he doesn't want to defend his record with a single public town hall, with a single debate, with a single forum. What do we think of that? I'm running against the first Democrat in the United States Congress to join Elon Musk's Doge Caucus. I'm running against a self-described, two-time appointed Ron DeSantis Democrat. Can anyone tell me what that means? I'm running against the only Democrat in our state delegation to vote for the Laken Riley Act after Donald Trump promised mass detention and deportation on the 2024 campaign trail. We are running to abolish and prosecute ICE. We are running to pass amnesty for our immigrant neighbors. We are running to protect TPS and keep our neighbors here. As a proud union organizer, someone who organized a union in my workplace with the News Guild Communication Workers of America, we are building a movement of labor solidarity. Just the other day, I was standing in this hot-ass suit on the picket line with 1199 SEIU workers. These workers are fighting for a fair contract with HCA, the largest private for-profit hospital corporation in the United States of America. And let me tell you about HCA. This is the for-profit hospital corporation that our United States Senator Rick Scott was CEO of when he committed the largest Medicare fraud in United States history. He pled the fifth 75 times and took a $300 million golden parachute to launch his political career. And you know what Jared Moskowitz does? He takes their corporate PAC donations. He trades their stocks. He's not fighting for the working class, so we're gonna do it. You know, so often the rest of the nation looks at Florida and says, "Oh, look at them down there. Let's play the Bugs Bunny gif of sawing it off the map." But we know that in our state, we are a diverse, working class community of people that love South Florida. We know what South Florida is capable of. We know that people come from all around the world to make the American dream a reality right here. And in South Florida, we have a responsibility to protect that dream, to fight for it, and to make sure that any form of discrimination, when it comes to Ron DeSantis trying to erase our LGBTQ street art, that we are gonna stand by our trans neighbors, by our queer neighbors, that we are gonna fight to pass the Transgender Equality Act, the Trans Healthcare Act, that when we see corporate Democrats that are so quick to excise parts of the political constituency that they feel is inconvenient, as soon as Republicans throw a punch, demonizing immigrants, demonizing our trans neighbors, corporate Democrats are quick to throw them to the curb. Is that right? No! Do we stand in solidarity with everyone that calls this community home? Yeah! Are we ready to fight for someone we don't know? Yeah! Then we are ready to move and elect a Democratic Socialist in Florida's 25th Congressional District. We're ready to elect Elijah Manley in Florida's 20th Congressional District. We're ready to send a working class mom of five and union organizer, Angie Nixon, to the United States Senate. This is what our state is made of. Not the billionaires that want to make South Florida our playground. When we see billionaires moving into our districts and the poverty rate rising, we see the manifestation of the income and wealth inequality that corporate Democrats are too busy trading congressional stocks and taking corporate PAC checks to do a damn thing about. That is why it is imperative for all of us to fight for these universal economic issues that we stand on. Medicare for all, universal child care, paid family and medical leave, a $25 an hour minimum wage, and we pay for it by ending our addiction to militarism and warmongering abroad so that we can invest in our communities right here in South Florida. So listen, y'all, I think you get the idea of what we're fighting for. But let me tell you what it is going to take in the final 3 days of this election. We've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we've got Tuesday to make history, not just in South Florida, but all across the country. Because what we know is that electing a Democratic Socialist in a toss-up district like this, just like we saw Dr. Abdul El-Sayed win in Michigan, just like we've seen Maylot Quiros topple a 30-year incumbent in Colorado, Just like we saw Donovan McKinney unseat Sri Thanadar in Detroit. Just like we saw Chris Rabb win in Philadelphia. And just like we saw Daria Lisa Avila Chevalier, Claire Valdez, and Brad Lander win in New York, we are going to show that this movement is not encumbered by what the political pundits think is the right place or the wrong place for all of us to fight for these universal values. We know that when we win in South Florida, that we show, as Mayor Zoran Mamdani says, that Democratic Socialists can win any office in any state, in any district across the United States of America. So this weekend going into Tuesday, we are mobilizing this community. I will tell you that today alone, we've made 20,000 voter phone calls to our constituents. We've made over 250,000 voter contact attempts. And this is grassroots organizing that corporate Democrats can't do because they don't have the policies that are going to inspire people not just to turn out and vote, but to tell their neighbors, to mobilize, to canvass, to door knock, to phone call. This is the agenda that the Democratic Party needs. And if James Carville and Van Jones think that we don't belong in the Democratic Party, it's time for them to step aside so that we can take the reins of this party. So I have an ask for each and every one of you. What we've seen in the last 36 hours is a mobilization campaign to try to intimidate and harass us with a campaign of Islamophobia, a campaign that seeks to excuse AIPAC's corrupting influence over our elections. And the way we overcome it over these next weekend, over these next 3-4 days, is by mobilizing. Sign up for a canvas shift, sign up to phone bank for us, because it is our message that is mobilizing voters all across South Florida, all across our state. I know that so many of you in this room tonight have already been putting in the work. You've already volunteered, you've already donated, and to that I say thank you. Humbly, from the bottom of my heart, we would not be here today had you not done this amazing work to get us here. But the job's not over. After I went on Fox News and said what I said about the president and the Epstein class, we saw $650,000 in super PAC money from Wall Street, from Palantir, from OpenAI come down into this district. And you know what beats money? People! What beats organized money? People! That is what we are going to take to mobilize to the polls on August 18th. We've got early voting open across Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach County through this Sunday. And when polls open up at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, August 18th, we need lines wrapping around the block. And if you are in line by 7 p.m. on Tuesday, August 18th, you better stay in line. You better make sure that you exercise your right to vote, because these Republicans and even some of these Democrats would prefer that you not. What do we say to that? Are we ready to win? Are we ready to change the course of history in South Florida and the United States of America? Is this our moment? Then let's go out there and win it. Thank you, Gen Z for Change. Thank you, Florida Youth Justice Coalition. Thank you, Miami DSA. Thank you, Broward DSA. Thank you, Palm Beach DSA. Solidarity to each and every one of you. Let's go win this race.
for our future Congresswoman, Oliver Larkin. Speaking of future congressmen, I'd like to introduce my next champion to the stage. Somebody who is a long-time community organizer, somebody who is an educator, who's been a tireless advocate for Broward County, and somebody who's been running for Congress in Florida's 20th District, and whose leadership is ever more important. I think we need to be quiet. Listen, y'all, I'm talking about somebody whose leadership is ever more important in the post-Calais era, because he's running for Congress in Florida's 20th District, which last time I checked is historically black congressional district. That's right, a district that's been spliced up and is now facing a desperate outside challenge from Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Now, this isn't in the script. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But Debbie Wasserman Schultz has got to represent the absolute rot in the Democratic Party here in Florida and across this country. You know, you think about who normalized rigging elections. Just saying. Look.
She doesn't live here.
That's right. Elijah Manley's campaign is built on collecting political power, black political power in the South, and fighting for working class people across the district. Everyone welcome the next congressman for Florida's 20th District, Elijah Manley.
Come on now, Missy Elliott! I was telling my sister, Angie, there's a saying in Detroit. Nothing stops Detroit. Nothing is going to stop this movement. No one will silence us. No one will stop us from saying, stop the genocide, stop the warmongering, stop funding the killing of children. And even as Angie is going around the state, I am watching her talk about our babies, talk about the fact that so many people are struggling every single day. She just wants them to be able to flourish and thrive. Yeah, here they are trying to silence her because she understands that all the oppression around the world is connected to the oppression here in our home, right here in our backyard. As you all know, I'm the first Palestinian American woman to ever serve in the ranks of the one of the first Muslim women ever elected. And I can tell you, having Angie in the U.S. Senate would make me feel so much less alone. And everybody calls me Mama Bear, and she sees it. But I need a Mama Bear in the Senate. I'm an auntie. I'm an auntie, not the Mama Bear. Just the auntie. The cool, young auntie. But as folks are asking me, you know, why I ran, a lot of people don't understand. In my backyard in Southwest Detroit, we couldn't breathe clean air. Every time we put the faucet on, we literally would get dirty water. It wasn't just lead anymore, y'all. It was plastics and PFAS and all kinds of contaminants. When I played outside, it literally, we'd come back in. I thought it was normal to smell like rotten eggs, sulfur dioxide smell. And it took the time when I left again for school and came back, realizing it wasn't supposed to, that's not normal. And I just don't want our babies to understand like everything that is happening, not just them extracting from our community and ruining our environments and letting us get sicker because again, they put corporate greed before us. But I don't want our babies to grow up thinking it's normal to vilify and to deny people that look like us that literally are just saying enough. We should be able to literally pay people a living wage. They should have Medicare for all. They should be able to literally not have to beg their own country to invest here at home. They should be able to have access to literally an education where they can leave, be able to read and thrive. But we shouldn't ever have to feel this invisible to our own country. Literally, we feel unheard and unseen. You all feel it. But we can change it. We can. First of all, we're showing them no matter how much they try to close the door and try to cancel us, we ain't going nowhere. We're never going to go anywhere. If anything, you're pissing us off more.
That's right.
And you're growing our movement even more. You're just growing our movement. People are coming on board because they say this is wrong and we need to do better. But again, all I know in Detroit, you know, the most beautiful blackest city in the country. I'll tell you in Detroit, and Angie's heard me say this, understand it's not just us as people, candidates, that is going to transform this country. It is going to be movement outside of Congress. Because I'll tell you, they did not wake up one day and say, man, black folks need to be able to vote. It's when we made them. You think they woke up one day, as Angie says, this is their own civil rights movement, but do you think that one day they woke up, Congress was like, or the White House was like, Civil Rights Act is a great idea? No, it's when people marched, they boycotted, they withheld their labor, they pushed until it could happen. So we know transformative change can happen with the outside in, but you also need partners on the inside to bring that movement to the halls of Congress. And that is somebody right here in your backyard. Y'all don't know how much history you're gonna make. She ain't running to be the first, but she is running to be unapologetic, unbossed, unbought. That's right. Angie, 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 Angie. I want you all to welcome your next U.S. Senator, Angie Nixon! What up? If you're a Gen Z, let me hear you say, yeah! Yeah! Okay, all right.
Boomers in the house.
Oh, okay, where the boomers at? Where the Generation X at? All right, here's my generation. What up to all the millennials? Y'all know it's past our bedtime, right? I'm a little tired, but it's okay. When democracy is under attack, what do we do? When democracy is under attack, what do we do? When our get out the vote events are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Give it up for yourselves for pushing back against the oligarchy. We are celebrating this nation's 250 years. 250 years. And I want to remind y'all that this past 250 years has been a little tough. For a lot of us, this past 250 years has been oppression. But I just want to be clear that Throughout this country's 250 years, every time we have been faced with oppression, we have matched it with resistance. We did it. Is that right, line? What is that over there? We did it when England wanted taxation without representation, and we threw some tea into a harbor. We did it when my ancestors were locked up in chains, and we had the Civil War. We did it when workers were losing limbs and children were losing arms in their lives as well. We matched that oppression with resistance. When women didn't have the right to vote, we matched that oppression with resistance, and we saw it with the women's rights movement. When black people could not drink out of the same water fountains as white people, we started the civil rights movement and matched that oppression with resistance. When members of the gay community were being attacked, somebody threw a shoe at Stonewall. We matched that oppression with resistance. And right now, as the billionaires keep getting richer, and we're making the world's first trillionaire, and as they tell us they don't have enough money to make sure that we have access to things like quality health care and Medicare for all, as they tell us that we don't have access to fully resourced public schools, and they're ushering our children into the school-to-prison pipeline because they make more money off of our children being locked up in for-profit prisons. As they tell us that they don't have enough money to wipe out our student loans or to pay for free college, but they continue to spend $1 billion on a ballroom we'll never get to two-step in. And they continue to send money to a country that has universal health care and a country that has free college and a country that is okay with dropping bombs on babies and a country that is okay with wiping out entire bloodlines. As they continue this oppression, I want you all to realize that now is the time for us to not just sit by and be passive allies. Now it's time for us to not just be quiet, because silence is complicity. Now is the time for us to stand up and lock arms and be willful accomplice in this fight against fascism, against authoritarianism, against these oligarchs. Now is the time for us to meet this oppression with resistance. Because I believe, y'all, that hardworking everyday people should determine what our economies look like and what our communities look like. I believe that government should work for us and not against us. I believe the economy should work for everybody. I believe we need to start sending construction workers and teachers and janitors and school bus drivers to be your next elected official. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if single parents started being elected to office? I was a single parent for 12 years. That's why I believe we need universal child care. I know what it's like to walk outside in look in your driveway and you think somebody done took your car, but it got repossessed because you had to make a decision on whether or not you were going to keep food on the table and a roof over your head for your children. I know what it's like to struggle, but it doesn't have to be this way. My sister Rashida said it does not have to be this way. We deserve the opportunity to be healthy, to be prosperous, to be safe, to experience joy, to get a little bit of rest. We deserve the opportunity to no longer just survive, but to thrive and to flourish. But we gotta fight, y'all. Because when we fight, we what? Win. When we fight, we what? Win. When we fight, we win. Y'all, First Lady Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. I'm gonna tell y'all, when they go low, we go. I didn't say anything. I'm saying when they go low, we need to get loud. We need to get real loud. We need to organize harder and stronger and get louder and make sure we are mobilizing. We have the opportunity, y'all, to build a new vision for this next 250 years. One where every family has stability, every worker has dignity, and every young person like Gen Z has the opportunity to reach the true American dream. Y'all know the average age for young people, for people to get their first home right now in this country is between 40 and 42. I'm 42. And I got 5 kids. So y'all know I'ma fight like hell to make sure I ain't gotta keep them 5 kids in my house until they 42. And I'm gonna continue to fight for y'all. And I'm gonna wrap it up because it is past my bedtime. But I wanna be clear, y'all. They don't want you in power. And it is evident by what they did today and yesterday. They don't want you to have nice things. They want you to work until you die. They want to continue to exploit you. They want to continue to just get richer and get richer and get richer. But it doesn't have to be this way. And I want to remind y'all in the words of a famous freedom fighter, it's our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Our chains are racism. Our chains are anti-Semitism. Our chains are Islamophobia. Our chains are homophobia and transphobia. Our chains are the fact that the federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour. Our chains are the fact that they don't want to pay teachers a living wage. Our chains are the fact that these for-profit prisons are causing our children to be ushered into the school-to-prison pipeline. Our chains are the fact that they are spending over $500 million of your taxpayer dollars to lock people up in cages and call it alligator Alcatraz. Our chains are the fact that Donald Trump nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. We have absolutely nothing to lose but our chains. Let's go fight. Win, y'all. I am State Representative Angie Nixon. And I'm ready to become your next United States Senator.
Chubby waist, thick legs in shape, shaking both ways, make you do a double take. Like a showstopper, flow popper, head knocker, beat scholar, tail dropper, do my thing, mama. My influence name review, Blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, no lights.
Alright, y'all. How's that? Better? Yeah. Let's get it one more time for Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Nixon. Those two badass women deserved a badass intro, which I fucked up earlier. Apologies for that, but pretend what I said earlier, I just said now. Welcome to the stage, Elijah Manley, our next congressman from 420.
Welcome to the 20th District of Florida. Are y'all fired up? Are y'all ready to vote? Are y'all ready to win? Are y'all ready to chomp the motherfucking oligarchy? I know I am. Welcome to the 20th District of Florida. Welcome to the heart of Fort Lauderdale's black community. Welcome to my district. And I just want to say before I start, they put me after Angie Nixon, and I gotta tell you, you can't put me after a sister like that. That's a powerful sister. But before I start, I just want to say something. We got Rep. Rashida Tlaib here. My sister. And so many people tried to make sure this event didn't happen. Look across this room right now. Look at the diversity in this room. I'm talking multi-generational diversity here. We got Gen Z, we got Gen X, we got millennials, we got boomers here. We got Muslims here, we got Jewish people here. We got Christians here. And we all are united to say down with this goddamn oligarchy that we're living in. These last few days this week, they tried to divide our community. They tried to come into our community and tell us who we are and what we stand for. But we don't stand for that. That's not the Broward County way, folks. That's not how we roll in 954. I can tell you that. And I'm standing here today on the intersections of multiple identities. I'm standing here first as a black man in Florida, a black man in America. I'm standing here out and proud gay man. And I'm standing here proudly as a Jewish man. And I don't see no anti-Semitism in this room. I see people who are united to get rid of this oligarchy, people who are done with the affordability crisis, people who are sick and tired of billionaires picking our goddamn representatives for us. But on Tuesday, we're going to send a loud and proud message that we are not going to accept the oligarchy in the state of Florida anymore. I'm gonna tell you how I got to this point. I grew up right down the street in a place called Trump Boulevard. The heart of our black community, a historic place. And when I grew up, it looked a little bit different around here, y'all. I mean, This was here. A lot of these buildings, big buildings you see weren't here before.
No marketplace.
The marketplace, like you said. Hello. Hello, somebody over here. But in 2008, we all remember, some of y'all was probably a little. I was 9 years old at the time. We remember that crisis. If you're a millennial, you probably remember it.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the big banks getting bailed out. You remember not being able to afford that mortgage or the rent. I remember President Obama being elected. I remember us getting kicked out of our home during that time. I remember sleeping in a car, in a storage facility, couch surfing at that time. And I was young, I didn't have no idea what was going on. But as I grew older, I started to ask the question, my mom got 4 jobs. She's working 4 jobs. Why are we homeless? Does that sound like what's right in America? And I look at the current day, I look at today, and I see people sleeping out on the streets. I see the parallels in our society. I see people without health care. I see people, when I knock on doors and talk to people, they don't got health care. They're still trying to find a job. They've been searching 6 months for a job in this economy. And then people got the nerve to come to us and tell us that socialism's bad, it's a boogeyman. Last time I checked, we live under a capitalist economy. And that hasn't been working for us. But folks, the attack on our community, and let's be very clear, this is an intersectional movement. None of us have freedom unless black people have freedom, unless our queer friends have freedom, our trans community have freedom, unless there's freedom over there in Palestine as well, unless there's freedom down the street over there in Sistra, unless there's freedom for our parents to continue to live in a society where their hard work, finally they get to retire and their hard work pays off. My friends, we live in a society right now where they tell you that you work hard every single day of your life, but this government can spend more money on bombs and killing people, but not on Medicare for all. The priorities is lost. They lost the plot. But I'm here today to tell you that politicians, and I'm just going to say some names here today. I was told not to say some, I'm going to say some names today. And I'm going to start today by talking about some of our South Florida Democrats, our favorite ones. People like Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Who think they can carpetbag into our community. We don't accept that. What a music out loud suddenly. Debbie Wasserman Schultz has been in Congress since 2005. And what did we get? We got 2 terms of Donald Trump. We got an economy that is rigged for billionaires and trillionaires. We got MAGA extremists controlling our courts and rigging our society. My friends, are we ready to vote these people the hell out of office and send them into retirement? Right today, you stand in a community, a strong, historical black community. And I want to tell you, this administration has been horrible for black people. They have had an attack on DEI. They have had an attack on black federal workers. They have had an attack on our education system. They have had an attack on our criminal justice system where they think they can lock us in prisons and jails and cages every single day. But we are done with the school to prison pipeline. We are done with a criminal justice system that don't work for us, and we are ready to win. My friends, they tried so hard to break up this movement, but when I look across this room, I see diversity, I see people who are ready for change, and I have never been more fired up than I am right now, because I know that we are going to win. We are going to win the future. And let me tell you what that future we're going to win is going to look like. One, America's not going to be dropping bombs on children anymore. Not in this new Democratic majority. America is no longer going to be a country where our healthcare system no longer works, where people are spending 40% of their limited incomes on rent. That's not acceptable anymore. And so you are sick and tired of a political system that allows AIPAC to drop millions of dollars against candidates that are running to represent the working class? All these candidates up here is going to need your help. Whether it's me, whether it's Oliver, whether it's Angie, we are the future of the Democratic Party, and the young people are here because the young people are sick and tired of being told that we can't have Medicare for all, that we can't be bold, that we can't be free, that we can't have a future that works for us. We're done with that bullshit. In our Democratic majority in DC, we are going to fight like hell for the people in the communities that we come from. And I'm gonna say this. I'm going to fight like hell for our LGBTQ community, which I know is under attack in Florida. They're coming back and they're coming hard. And they're going to be harder than they've ever been before in this next legislative session. And Washington, D.C. is going to do the same thing. They're coming for black voting rights. They're coming for the VRA. And let me tell you why black representation matters so much. Black representation matters so much because when you have little children like me that are waking up every day in an economy that doesn't work for them or their parents, they need people that understand their struggle. They need people that understand what it feels like to be sleeping out on the street. They know what it understands when they are locked half of our fathers up in prisons through a criminal justice system that doesn't work for us anymore. We can change all of this, but it requires all of us going out and voting on Tuesday or tomorrow or Sunday early, because everybody on this stage is unbought and unbossed. We don't take corporate money. We don't take money from AIPAC. We are not being told what to do by nobody else. And that's the type of future we're going to fight for. My friends, God bless you all for being here today. Please knock on some doors, phone bank, make some calls. Let's go out there and let's win that goddamn future that we deserve. Thank you all so much.
One more time for the Florida for us sleigh! Now y'all, the party's almost over, but if we got organized in here, we didn't just come here to party, we came here to work. I need y'all to scan this QR code right now. I want to see those phones out, because we got an election to win. Scan this QR code. I want you to canvass. I want you to sign up to canvass for the Florida for us tonight. Whether that's Angie, Nixon, Manley, or Oliver Larkin. Find a canvas that works for you. You can also donate to support the organizations that made this possible, despite all the perseverance we face. If you'd like to be a part of recouping that, we appreciate this small dollar army we're building. Thank you all so, so much. Let's win our world! You are. Y'all are welcome to stay until midnight. Feel free to mingle, connect. We'll see you on the field.